What's good? So today's video is going to be talking about roadblocks, hardship, and what I do personally to get through these just challenges, really. Because with Amazon, there are as many opportunities out there as there are challenges. And as entrepreneurs and business people, it's like part of the job is to like figure out these problems and create like solutions to them, to be that problem solver basically. So some of the problems you may face in the online arbitrage business model are order cancellations. Very common to get your orders canceled if you're buying too much, you're doing max quantity, you buy too frequently, and that can be, you know, a sucker punch really to like a new person or even like someone like me that's been doing this for a few months now. And really that that problem of order cancellations, you can solve it a couple of different ways. One, um, hopefully you have built somewhat of a network of other people and just ask for advice, ask a couple questions like, hey, have you ever ordered off of, Vitacost? What's the typical max order quantity you can do? And, maybe someone in your network has had the same issue and they've been able to find the workaround. Boom, there's your answer. There's your problem solved. Now, going forward, okay, I can only do this much um, quantity or of this product or this dollar amount. There's a bunch of different metrics that you should consider when for kind of evaluating what your maximum order can be for that website. Same thing with Nike and um, so many other websites. So that's a big problem. And once you figure out like the secret sauce, quote unquote, you should be good to go. And you should be able to set up a schedule to make your buys according to those parameters, those limitations. Um, Next problem that happens, fairly frequently is shipments going missing. I know in Q4 this is way more likely to happen just because of the amount of volume Amazon's taking in into their warehouses every day. It's a lot. So stuff goes missing a ton. And if you're shipping from your house to Amazon, one thing that I had implemented to kind of mitigate my risk was taking pictures of everything that I'm sending. So I fill up a box, 24 by 24 by 24. Lowe's is a great spot that has those boxes. And I'm taking pictures of, the stuff, whatever product I have, I'm putting in there. I'm taking a picture of that for my records. Now, a week or 2 weeks later, if something is checking in and there's a discrepancy, you now have your proof that all of whatever was in that box, and it should be no issue getting your reimbursement. Now, if they deny that, just keep fighting it. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't stop fighting for your money. Like, it's vitally important. We're not Amazon size where you can just take losses by the thousands, if not millions. So that's another issue that, OA sellers, I mean, really anyone can have if they're selling FBA. Let's see, what's another issue? Um, okay, how about sourcing? Sourcing you can have roadblocks during that, all the time. You're not finding products. That's like the number one thing. And what I say to that is really just source more. It's just more reps. You can have all the VAs in the world, but if you don't know how to source yourself, when the time comes when, you know, maybe a VA has to leave, maybe you need to fire them because you're downsizing, whatever the case may be, you yourself as the business owner should know, for the most part, every part of your business. You don't have to know it like to the absolute expert level, but knowing how to source, how whatever method you want to use, storefront stocking, reverse sourcing, using, you know, TA, using Keepa, you know, Keepa product finder. Um, there's so many ways. Just going on to Rakuten and checking out their boosted cash back for the day is a great resource. And you can find plenty of products out there. You know, Keepa has data on billions of products. So there should be an opportunity out there, and just take note of everything that you buy, put it on a spreadsheet, however you want to do it. Take notes on that stuff so it's in your personal catalog. So you have records of this stuff. You know, the way my VAs set up their deal sheets is very similar to how I keep track of, you know, my previous buys. So I've had over, you know, 250 ASINs now that I've bought and sold. Right now I have, you know, around 100 active. I'm trying to add a lot more ASINs into my catalog every month now. I'd like to do at least 20 new products a month. Those are just test buys, and not all of those will stick around. I mean, that's just a fact. Amazon could start stocking them, or there's no sales going on, you know, any reason possible you could think of could be a reason why not to resupply. But knowing the fundamentals is what will keep your business making money. And you need to have this cash flow in order to be in business. And part of that is purchasing profitable inventory. So that sourcing part where I get, you know, DMs and, you know, just chatting with other people, that's the number one thing that you need to work on in order to, you know, succeed in Amazon. And anyone can do it. Um, how about another issue? Hmm. I think with like Prep Center, just ask your network. You know, some sellers have their own prep centers now. And I mean, that's a great thing to see because the sellers, as long as they're using their prep center as well, like if they have a prep center and they don't use it, then I don't know, maybe that's a little questionable. But if 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 you get the reviews on those prep centers and you know hear them out, compare a lot of costs, you want to be most likely in a tax-free state. You don't have to be though. I know people that are not, and it works perfectly fine for them. So use your network, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, um, Facebook. I don't know. Reach out because as you grow, you're gonna need more help because you can't do it all yourself. I know in a previous interview, I had spoke about Amazon similar to like a ship. And if you want to sail a ship from the East Coast United States to Portugal or whatever, you can't do it by yourself. It takes a whole crew. And Amazon is similar because there's, you know, if Amazon was the ocean and you're the ship, you need help operating the ship to make it to the other side. Because Amazon's huge. There's millions and millions of products. So keep your network um, tight, you know, make friends. I've gotten dozens of people that I really like to talk to now. And a lot of us met in person, which was awesome. Very grateful for that. and we connected, you know? We're all like-minded people doing this type of business. As far as I can tell, no one is out to like get you. No one's trying to screw someone else over. We all want to succeed, and the more we all succeed together, you know, the better we all become. Um, so let's talk about maybe one more problem that I deal with in Amazon. Um, hmm. We could bring it back to Keepa. So with Keepa, I that's my number one software. Like it's amazing. Their offers tab, when you click on that, there can be almost like a guessing game of how many does Keepa estimate sell per month compared to like Seller Amp. Because more times than not, those two numbers are not the same. And I tend to favor Keepa um, more so than Seller Amp a lot of the time. But when you go into the Keepa and you go to data, offers tab, you look at the stock counts, you can't really tell most of the time how much stock is selling per month. Because FBM sellers can say they have 1,000 units and then they can say they have 200 units, and that discrepancy, Keepa doesn't pick up that well. So it's hard to tell. But what I'm starting to rely a little bit more on is the review counts. So if we're getting 10, 15, 50, 100 reviews per month, or even per 90 days, it's got to indicate that that product is selling. Um, now I reference that to my sales rank of that product, and you want to see that graph be very like static, like moving like kind of crazy. You don't want it just to like slowly dribble up and then drop, come up, drop. That to me looks like, okay, that is a sale. That's one person buying this, and that's it. It's not consistent. So that's something I'm trying to really narrow down, because at the end of the day, Amazon is all data. We're doing numbers every single day, and the byproduct of the numbers is just the products that people are buying. So we are trying to arbitrage the buy cost, make money on the sell cost, and repeat that over and over and over again. So I'm trying to figure out, and it's a lot of work. Everything in here is kind of a lot of work, and trying to figure out what the best metric of data can I rely on. Is it going to be the review count because it's going up? So if every review is, you know, 50 to 100 sales, then shit, I mean, some of these products should be going moving like crazy. But if that's not the case, then I got to cross-reference that sales rank, see how that chart's looking, and go based off that. All in the same time, consider the offer, the data offers tab, and seller amp. There's like four or more moving parts in this, um, in all the data that you collect. So yeah, this is hopefully been, you know, a little different type of a video, and you get hopefully a little bit of value out of it. You know, the classic smash the like button, subscribe, you know, hit me up if you need anything. And yeah, be seeing you.